The wife discovers a hidden album on her husband's phone. Inside, it's filled with suggestive photos of the same woman.
In our bedroom. You've been cheating on me!
Cheryl, I can explain.
You bastard!
Distraught and angry, she calls 911 for help. When firefighters arrive at the scene, they are met with a shocking sight. Yet, the wife remains completely indifferent, acting as if nothing is wrong. The captain demands to know exactly what happened. She coldly replies that he was just changing a light bulb and that falling was his karma. Sensing something is off, the captain calls for the police and begins the grueling rescue mission. Paramedics rush in to assess the man's condition.
He's got a pulse, but he's not responsive.
He is pinned face down against the shattered glass. The longer he stays there, the deeper the shards sink into his body. He needs to be moved immediately for an emergency blood transfusion. Firefighters begin using a saw to cut through the door frame. They lift him onto a stretcher, and immediately start in floor and pressure to stop the bleeding. Fading fast, the man feebly calls out his wife's name.
The woman in the phone. It's you.
What?
Yes.
No, it isn't.
It turns out, those Polaroids were actually photos the wife had taken of herself years ago. So much time had passed that she didn't even recognize her younger self. The affair was nothing more than a tragic, heartbreaking misunderstanding.
What? Larry! VP 71/43, we need to move!
I told you, I only ever loved you.
Ma'am, excuse me.
I wish I would have let you explain! I'm so sorry! What's going on?
That glass is going deeper every time he breathes.
The man's heart finally gives out and stops beating. Only then does the weight of reality hit the wife. She realizes the catastrophic magnitude of her mistake. She has lost the one man who truly, deeply loved her.
It's going, right? It's going! Grab my shoulder! Let's go, let's go!
911, what's your emergency?
This is Secure Car. The owner of this vehicle has been in an accident and is not responding.
The dispatcher tracks the vehicle's location through its onboard security system. Firefighters receive the coordinates and rush to the scene. The dispatcher establishes a direct line to the driver via the car's communication system.
Yes, I had a blowout and I lost control. We just went off the road. Now my leg's stuck under the wheel.
Inside the car, the driver's 7-year-old daughter is trapped as well. For now, both of them remain uninjured, but they are in extreme danger. The car is dangling off a cliff, ready to plummet at any second. Guided by the sound of the horn, the firefighters finally locate the vehicle. Firefighters rappel down the cliffside to reach the trapped family. Terrified, the little girl is too paralyzed with fear to unbuckle her seatbelt.
Hey, do you like Toy Story?
Yeah.
Me too. You know what I think makes them all so brave? They know no matter what, they've always got each other's backs, right?
Yeah.
The firefighter starts to sing, gently calming her down.
Okay, reach out like that and give me a big hug. All right, I gotcha. All right, got her.
With the girl safe, the firefighter quickly moves to rescue the driver. Seconds later, the car loses its grip, plunging down the cliff and erupting in a massive explosion. Miraculously, everyone made it out without a scratch.
A woman is curled up inside a washing machine lifelessly, tumbling with the drum. The police arrive at the scene immediately. The victim's name is Sarah, a nanny from the 12th floor. They check the scene and realize Sarah's phone is gone. A colleague pulls up elevator footage, and they notice something strange. Sarah took 32 seconds to go downstairs the first time. The second time, she took 37 seconds.
Why would it take her longer to travel the same distance?
The police run a test and find that 37 seconds is just enough time to reach the 15th floor. On that floor, the only person connected to Sarah is her friend Chloe, who works as a nanny there. At the time of Sarah's murder, the man of the house was home. The police secretly call Sarah's phone, and a ringtone plays from the man's bedroom. At the station, he confesses everything. He was having an affair with Sarah, but he insists he didn't kill her. He says after they had sex, Sarah left. Soon after, Chloe came home with the child. There's no solid evidence, so the police have to let him go. Later, they try to get Chloe's statement, but her friend says Chloe went to the man's apartment that night. A detective notices a photo on the table. It's the man with Chloe, but the wife's face has been deliberately cut out. Chloe wanted to take her place. The police hurry to the 15th floor, but they are too late. The man is already lying in a pool of blood. At this time,
There's a girl in the laundry room and she's got a knife.
Please just go away.
Chloe finally confesses.
I'm pregnant.
She loved the man, but he was sleeping with Sarah. That night, she lost control and killed her, panicked. She stuffed her into the washing machine. Now she will spend the rest of her life behind bars. The man was impaled on the tree by a branch. The girl climbed up and found he was still alive.
Hey, come on. Hang on for me. Hang on, don't give up. There you go.
Seeing the firefighters below still preparing the ladder and saw, the girl climbed above the man and lifted him to reduce his weight. After what felt like an eternity, the ladder was finally set up. The firefighters went up, secured the man, and cut the branch. The man was lowered down with the branch.
Lungs are diminished.
Sir, can you hear me?
The man had lost consciousness and was unresponsive. They quickly rushed him to the hospital. So, the question is why he was hanging in the tree. Buck rolled in a coffin.
Good Lord, Buck. What is that?
Turns out, to make the fire station's Halloween party extra spooky, Buck had specially ordered a mummy prop.
Who wants to be my next patient?
Not me.
After braving a series of haunted challenges, the kids finally stood before the mummy. The candy was right there, but none of them dared to take it. Buck tried to reassure them it was just a dummy.
I don't like his arm.
Buck tried to reassure them it was just a dummy, and reached out to bend its arm.
Are those worms?
I think they're tendons.
Tendons?
Oh my God, he's real! He's real! He's real! He's real! He's real!
The police arrived soon after, and sent the mummy off for forensic analysis. The man's hand gets caught in a meat grinder. While demonstrating how to clean the meat grinder, the new employee accidentally turned the power back on.
I hate new employees.
The doctor starts by removing the screws, checking out the condition of his hand. Luckily, the bone isn't injured.
My God.
For someone with their hand stuck in a meat grinder, he's doing surprisingly well. You can see the new doctor is already throwing up into the trash can. The doctor decides to use the power drill to cut the grinder open, with everyone's help. The man's hand is finally taken out, but it looks like it's beyond saving. They quickly go into surgery. The man's hand is amputated. After the surgery, the man's hand is all wrapped up in thick bandages.
I can't wait to get back to work.
The doctor tells him there's no rush.
I don't mean so I can work. I mean so I can fire that damn butcher.
A woman is working out with a guy, naked. When the doorbell suddenly rings, she scrambles to put on clothes and answers the door. It's her husband. Instead of getting angry, he smiles, walks in, and even greets the guy.
Sorry to intrude, I wasn't quite sure when she'd be coming home.
The wife is thrilled her husband is so chill about everything, but not before long she collapses in agony from intense stomach pain and ends up in the ER. During her exam, the doctors learn they're on the open marriage, so the woman's pain may be from cross-infection. The doctor asks their sex partner, but the husband shockingly reveals.
None? None. She needs this. I don't.
House refuses to believe. He's convinced the man is hiding a bigger betrayal. At this point, the dean suddenly asks them to stop the examination because the wife's insurance has been cut off for quite some time. It is then that the husband confesses.
I lost all of our savings.
Being about to despair, House suddenly notices a bouquet of lilacs in the ward.
Guy's wife's dying. He stops to buy flowers.
They're from his garden.
House suspects a bee sting caused a rare skin condition. One of his team members immediately objects, saying there are no visible symptoms on her body. House starts searching her body, eventually finds clear signs inside her mouth. With the right medication, the woman can recover her health. But can their marriage ever return to what it was? The dude sealed himself in a bathtub with cement. The landlord thought he didn't want to pay the rent, so he called 911. But the dude wasn't scared at all. Instead, he threw a tantrum.
Get out! I need to be here!
How arrogant. The firefighters checked and found the cement was squeezing the man's lower body, restricting blood flow. If they didn't administer in force soon, he would die.
Get that away from me!
The dude not only refused treatment, but also kept saying he couldn't leave because Captain America would come to get him. Is the dude crazy? At this moment, Otis walked in with a headlamp. The dude looked at him as if he had seen a god.
You're here.
The clever firefighters, seeing this, put on helmets and pretended to be Captain America to carry out the rescue. After administering the 4 and digging the cement, the dude was finally pulled out. Man's leg was trapped under 100 tons of cargo.
Doesn't hurt as much as you think.
After saying that, the man passed out. Firefighters tied his leg up, then brought in an airbag and some wood to support the cargo. But just as they were about to inflate the airbag, an EMT said that if they lifted the cargo now, the blood flow back to the heart could stop the man's heart. To save him, they'd have to amputate his leg. So, the firefighters called in a surgeon. After disinfecting the area, the doctor pulled out a chainsaw from Texas. The man lost one leg, but now he can play Captain Jack. Not sure if that counts as finding good luck in a bad situation. Wrong. And went to check his stash. Finding half of it had been eaten by his daughter, the girl began to have convulsions. The firefighter quickly administered an injection. A man's hand got stuck in the gym equipment. His hand was squished like the meat in a sandwich. It was covered in ketchup. The firefighters lifted the weight plates. Then they took out Jason's chainsaw. They started cutting the steel pipe. After an hour, the steel pipe was finally cut, but the man's hand now had a hole in it. To help him better, the firefighters took him and the pipe to the hospital together. Do you like working out at home or at the gym? A man was hanging upside down from a garage door when a female firefighter arrived. He said he only wanted help from a male firefighter, but his arm was about to come off. The female firefighter quickly grabbed his leg to take some weight off. She saw a ladder in the corner and rushed to get it. She set up the ladder. One woman lifted the garage door. Another woman climbed the ladder. Using the power of 10 tons, she lifted the door and pulled the man's arm free. After being rescued, the man apologized for his bias. Do you have any female firefighter friends? Just moments ago, there was an accident in a shopping mall elevator. Firefighters climbed for 2 hours to reach the top of the elevator. They found a hot girl's hair stuck in the elevator. She was in great pain. Upon inspection, firefighters discovered half of her scalp had been torn off. While they were figuring out how to help, the elevator suddenly started moving again. The firefighters quickly pressed the emergency stop button. They continuously comforted the woman. Then, they used ancestral scissors to cut off her hair. But the girl was very upset about losing her hair. Isn't surviving the most important thing in such a situation? Man put his hand in the woman's mouth, pulled out a bunch of cement. He took out 10 tons of cement, but the woman still didn't wake up. 10 minutes ago, a concrete truck flipped over. The woman was buried in the cement, almost turning into cement herself. The two used their strength to pull the woman out of the cement, just as they use it to suck milk. But she wasn't breathing. Paramedics took out a suction machine and put a 10-meter-long tube into her mouth. After the cement was removed, the woman finally woke up. I'm really curious what cement tastes like. Have you ever eaten cement? The firefighter found something strange on the ground. It was the girl's nose. The medic quickly gave her a basic bandage. The girl said she was attacked by a drone.
I heard this buzzing noise, like a swarm of bees heading straight for me.
They reassured her, saying they could reattach her nose since they found it. But the bad boy wasn't done yet, and secretly restarted the drone.
Hey! I see you, Wesley!
The firefighter took a stick and smashed the drone down.
Playtime is over!
To prevent any more injuries, they decided to take special action. What would you do if you encountered such bad kids? A plane unexpectedly crashed onto the highway. The firefighter opened the cockpit door and found a man with white hair. Politely, they asked him how old he was.
85 and don't blame this on my age.
The old man complained. The FAA had given the wrong coordinates, causing him to miss the correct runway. But when he saw the aftermath of his mistake, he regretted it. A man was killed instantly by the shattered wing, while his wife was heartbroken beside him. On the other side, another man was thrown directly onto a woman's windowsill. When the firefighters turned the man over, they found his intestines exposed. They could only perform emergency first aid on the spot. An accident with 2 dead and 1 injured. Was it the old man's fault or the FAA's fault? The ground just collapsed, and the unlucky male lady fell right in. Rocks kept falling down. The woman was having difficulty breathing. A firefighter comforted her, while telling others to find more wooden boards. Desperate to save her, they had no choice but to cut the railing in front of her house. The woman, though speechless, after waiting 365 days, the device was finally set up. The firefighter calmly put an oxygen mask on the woman and began digging the soil around her. Gradually pulling her up, the woman was successfully rescued. Firefighters were preparing to rescue the woman. Unexpectedly, the husky started barking furiously at them. The firefighters tried to calm it down, but the dog, in a fit of rage, charged at them, ready to bite. The firefighters had no choice but to escape into the bathroom. The woman intended to call for additional help, but the man realized there was no time. The woman's life was hanging by a thread. There was no time to lose. He took a small biscuit out of his bag and injected it with an unknown liquid.
Here goes.
The dog outside saw the food and happily took it away. The woman was successfully rescued, but the dog died. Do you think the firefighters did the right thing? Poor boy was stuffed down the cowl vent by his drunken friends.
Hey, you gotta help me, I'm slipping! Don't let me go, please!
The manager told the firefighters the pipe leads straight down to the engines, which means if the boy slips, he would be cut in pieces by the engines. But the boy can't help moving due to freaking out.
Hey, stop moving!
The firefighters had to take an action as soon as possible. The black firefighter suggested to cut him out, but the captain was afraid of hurting the boy. He was not convinced until he got his reliable team member's promise. 666 minutes later, the pipe was cut open with a small opening. Everyone worked together to lift the pipe. The poor boy was rescued, but his first word was,
"Oh man, I need a drink."
The boy got shot in the forehead, yet he asked the firefighter, "How many points?" When the firefighter checked him, he insisted he was totally awake, but as he was about to be put into the ambulance,
Arrow. What arrow?
the boy suddenly started to panic. Only now did his brain realize he'd been pierced. At this moment, his friends suddenly started to get flustered because the arrow on the boy's head was shot by the two of them. They wanted to shoot an apple on the boy's head, but they overestimated their skills and shot directly through the boy's head. How would you rate this shooting technique? A man's ring got stuck in the car. His finger couldn't get blood flow. It started to die. Firefighters decided to cut the ring, but the man disagreed. He said he would rather lose his finger than lose the ring. His wife thought he was crazy, but he said,
It's the symbol of the last 30 years!
Moved, his wife kissed him. Then she said,
Cut the damn ring off, now.
An hour later, the ring was finally cut. The husband was freed successfully. He tenderly picked up the ring, kissed it, but when his wife was asked to go to the hospital with him,
Thanks, but I've got to feed Taj our cat and finish an email to my niece.
what a touching love story. The man was suspended in midair. The firefighter tried to grab his hand. However, just moments ago, 6 workers were left hanging midair due to a scaffolding malfunction. The firefighters only have 2 ladders, and each ladder can only rescue 2 people at a time. Just as the firefighter comforted the man hanging precariously from ropes, he shouted to save his crew first and not worry about him.
Get my crew first! Get them down! I'm the foreman! I go last!
Everyone was moved by the man's selfless spirit. Now, only the man was left. The captain decided to save him on his own. He climbed to the top of the ladder, but was still slightly out of reach. The captain extended his hand. The man suddenly slipped, nearly falling, causing everyone below to watch in suspense. The airbag below wasn't fully inflated. If the man fell from that height, he would be in serious danger. The captain encouraged the man to reach out his hand.
Reach, give me a hand. Give me a hand, reach out. Reach.
The captain watched the man fall and regretted it deeply. Doctors put some lubricant on the woman's belly. Then, just a moment ago, the woman had come to the fire station, hoping the firefighters could help her deliver her baby. Because her water had already broken, she sat down on the ground and covered herself with a blanket. But during the checkup, the doctor realized that the baby wasn't in the right position. Without proper equipment, the firefighters had to help by hand.
One more big push, Nancy.
The woman, veins popping on her face, pushed with all her strength. Finally, the baby was born. She took the baby from the firefighter. Both mom and baby were safe. Would you have your baby at a fire station? A man stuck a 3,000-degree iron rod up his nose just to stop a nosebleed. Today is his younger brother's funeral, but because his brother loved drinking, family turned the funeral into a party with alcohol flowing. Dad and Aunt started arguing, and when Big Brother stepped in to stop them, he got punched, nose bleeding badly. Dad just laughed, saying a drink would fix it. and handed him a glass. Big brother drank it all, but the blood wouldn't stop flowing. Dad then grabbed a hot iron rod and handed it to his own son.
Right over there.
How much money would it take for you to put a hot iron rod up your nose? Poor paramedic was threatened by the terrorist.
Fix it, and I won't kill you.
The girl had to treat his wound. To buy time, she deliberately removed the glass shards slowly, causing the blood to flow out quickly. Then she lied to the man. An arterial tourniquet was needed to stop the bleeding. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to take more than 5 steps before collapsing. She dared him to try if he didn't believe her. The man believed her and let her bandage him.
Just hurry the hell up. You got 5 minutes, and then you're useless to me.
The girl pretended to search for a medication in her bag. Then, while the man was not paying attention, she sprayed an unknown liquid directly into his eyes. The man, furious, hurriedly chased after her.
Daddy's got a gun!
The boy's head got stuck in the artwork. Firefighters decided to destroy the artwork to rescue him, but the museum director strongly objected because the artwork is worth billions. If it were you, what would you choose?
We don't have many options here. We got a kid in danger.
Firefighters insisted the child's life was more important than the artwork. Just as the captain was about to forcibly dismantle it, a firefighter suddenly noticed the artwork's base wasn't welded. It could be dismantled. The director breathed a sigh of relief upon hearing this. The firefighters immediately began the rescue. They first secured it with a rope, then pried open the base, used wood to gradually tilt the artwork. Finally, they rescued the boy, thanks to the firefighters' hard work. God bless you all.
Help me! My boy can't breathe!
What happened?
The boy made choking sounds constantly, but the firefighter found nothing in his airway.
Hit him on the back. I gave him the Heimlich, everything, and nothing's working.
Suddenly, the firefighter discovered a foreign object in his nose. He pressed the boy's left nostrils and instructed his mother to blow into his mouth. The mom, undeterred by the fact that he had just vomited, performed mouth-to-mouth resuscitation without hesitation. Once, twice, a metal piece flew out. The boy started breathing again. The mother held her son with relief.
That move is called the mother's kiss.
The nearby firefighter picked up the metal piece and realized it was a battery. The boy was very lucky. If the battery had gone down his throat, it could have been fatal.
My nose hurts.
Then don't put things up there.
The woman in pale seemed to be asking for help, but before the firefighters could react, the man paid the bill and pushed the woman out of the restaurant. The firefighters wanted to stop him,
Hey!
but he drove away directly. They chased the car immediately. The black firefighter suspected the woman who asked for help just quarreled with her boyfriend. They may overreact.
Brad, what do you think this is? Like a domestic situation or human trafficking? I don't know. She looked right at me and mouthed the words "help me" like I wasn't paying attention.
They followed the car to a warehouse. At the moment, the man pushed the woman out of the door. The woman didn't want to get in the car, but the man pulled out a knife to threaten her, so she had to comply. Seeing the man was about to drive away, the firefighters decided to take action and block the man's car directly. The man, realizing he couldn't get out, revved the engine and rammed the car, once, twice, and a third time. The police arrived in time and arrested the nut finally. The scoreboard suddenly fell, but the kids were still swimming in the pool. The lifeguard outside got electrocuted and fell down, but luckily the wires hadn't fallen into the pool yet. The children in the water were temporarily safe, but just as the firefighters were getting the kids to swim over, a boy swam towards the wires. The firefighters had no choice but to jump into the pool to rescue him. But just as they were pulling the unconscious lifeguard out, the wires suddenly swung. The firefighters finally caught up with the boy and safely brought him back to land. However, the firefighter couldn't get out because his clothes were too heavy. The wires were about to fall into the water. With all his strength, the firefighter finally lifted his legs out of the water before the wires fell in. Here's a question. Does water conduct electricity or N? The chubby staff asked the firefighters over quickly, saying his boss had been pinned by the dumbwaiter for 3 days and nights and was about to wet his pants. The firefighter calmly told the guy to hold on, then used an axe to temporarily brace the machine. The chubby staff told them his boss usually didn't do any work, but on a whim decided to unload the flour, and ended up pinning himself due to a mishap. The man asked his colleague to shut down the breaker, while the girl pulled the main breaker, leaving the shop dark totally. The firefighters had to rescue the boss in the dark. After 34 minutes later, the boss was freed
Easy.
and sent to the hospital.
Lady's taking a shower inside the women's locker room. She looks up at the ceiling. There's this dude staring at her from inside the heating vent.
Firefighters enter the bathroom, hear the guy moving around. They follow him to a yoga room. The firefighters look up, see blood leaking from the ceiling. The firefighters decide to rescue. They bring in a table, open the ceiling. A ventilation duct is exposed. One firefighter uses a screwdriver to open the duct. Suddenly, the duct falls down. The guy runs away frantically. The guy climbs onto the roof through the duct. He meets firefighters outside the house. One firefighter tackles him down to the ground. Finally caught this Peeping Tom. Next, what do you think should be done with him? The man was impaled on the tree by a branch. The girl climbed up and found he was still alive.
Hey, come on. Hang on for me. Hang on, don't give up. There you go.
Seeing the firefighters below still preparing the ladder and saw, the girl climbed above the man and lifted him to reduce his weight. After what felt like an eternity, the ladder was finally set up. The firefighters went up, secured the man, and cut the branch. The man was lowered down with the branch.
Lungs are diminished. Sir, can you hear me?
The man had lost consciousness and was unresponsive. They quickly rushed him to the hospital. So, the question is why he was hanging in the tree. A worker was up 666 meters in the air. The firefighter had never seen something so strange. They thought the worker had fallen from up high, but the worker said he got hooked and lifted up. He was installing the hook when suddenly, the machine started up and lifted him into the air. 10 days later, the firefighters finally started the rescue. They decided to use the ladder for height first, then climb onto the machine arm, but they didn't expect the machine to be so tall. It felt like it could fix a neck problem. After putting on their gear, with the help of the firefighters on the ground, the firefighter made it to the worker's side. He held the worker tightly and brought him safely to the ground. The working class is truly great.
I can't feel my arm.
The boy was in tears from the pain, while the firefighter kept asking his name. His friend answered for him.
That's Pants. Pants?
What a strange name. Rescuing him was urgent as the boy's hand was turning purple. The firefighter decided to use a ladder to lift the beer rack off the boy's arm. At this moment,
Pull your arm out, Pants! Pull it out!
luckily, the firefighter tackled the man out of the way in time, but the one pulling the rope wasn't so lucky and ended up drenched in beer. But they kept pulling back and finally rescued the boy.
You know, taking a beer shower sounds great until you actually do it. Somehow even my underwear is soaked.
Being a firefighter is really tough. The firefighter took off the man's pants.
What is that?
I don't know. Maybe Donovan knows.
The blackie couldn't believe it. What kind of an 82-year-old gets an STD?
Thank you.
The old man seemed quite proud, boasting about how strong his abilities were. The firefighter asked him who he had slept with, but he didn't want to say. The captain told him, even if he didn't say now, he'd have to at the hospital. His son came out and informed everyone.
My father, Jack, here, has a flesh-eating STD. So, whomever he's been sleeping with should come to the hospital with us for immediate treatment.
A hot girl stand up slowly, then another, followed one by one. At the point, a man stood up also.
Oh. What kind of a place is this?
A man is trapped in cement and can't move. The boss sees this and wants to open the pressure valve. He plans to release the cement from the valve, ignoring the firefighter's warning. The boss opens the valve, but this only makes the man sink deeper. The man's chest is being crushed by the cement. He's struggling to breathe. Firefighters jump down to rescue him. After locating the man, they lower an air hose down to him. The oxygen level in the chamber returns to normal. The firefighters tie a safety rope around the man, then open the pressure valve. They dig out the cement while pulling the man out with all their strength. Finally, they rescue him. But if they weren't supposed to open the valve at first, why did they open it later? The woman went crazy at her best friend.
You're supposed to be my best
When the firefighters arrived, Denise had already hidden inside a metal drum. With only one eye visible, the firefighters had to use a saw to cut a slit in the drum and then pry it open to rescue her. The police wanted to take the crazed woman away, but Denise stopped them, saying it wasn't her fault. It turned out that the woman was in a bad mood, so Denise, as her best friend, brought her to a rage room to vent. At first, the woman couldn't let go, so Denise helped by criticizing her husband's various bad behaviors.
Remember when you made a big anniversary dinner and Eric didn't even show up? Didn't that piss you off? And what about that thing he does where he barks like a seal when he's having sex? I mean, what is that about?
The woman was enthusiastically smashing things, but was stunned when she heard that. I never told you about this. How do you know that? The woman realized her bestie had an affair with her husband.
You're supposed to be my best friend!
The car got stuck on the second floor. The man inside couldn't move. Firefighters jumped into action right away. They tied a rope to the car, secured it with a plank and rope on the door frame to stop it from falling. Firefighters climbed up the ladder and got inside the car, ready to rescue the man, but the extra weight made the car lose its balance. The captain quickly jumped onto the hood, restoring the balance. The others strapped on harnesses right away to keep things stable. With the firefighters' help, the man was rescued, but the car started shaking even more. The firefighters used all their strength to climb up the ladder. Then, luckily, all the firefighters were safe. But seriously, how did that car even get up there?